Welcome to AUTOSCRIPT. I'm going to see how to installing it, how to remove the old version, and how to use AUTOSCRIPT version 8 because it's all changed. Right, here we go. First thing I'm going to try and do is unzip the virtual folder ready to install it. That's where it's downloaded into. You can download it wherever you like. Extract all files. There's the new scripts it's ready to install. Right, I'll minimise that out of the way, we don't need that for now. First thing I'll do is actually uninstall the old script. So go to features, untick these. Press done. AUTOSCRIPT has gone now. Now then, to install the new ones, we go to add features again, and then add scripts. I need to go to the actual proper folder. That's the right one. Press select folder. You won't see the scripts, but they're always there. There you go, 16. Okay, that's fine. Press done. Right, the new script should be there now. There they go. What I should do, if you're going to get the script installed, is press exit, and that will save all the scripts permanent in your system. But I'll do that for later. And just reload Pixinsight afterwards. Okay, so we've got the scripts. Let's have a go at some stacking. Showing the new stacking procedure. If you've got dark batch bias and flats, then it's recommended using batch pre-processing. That's very good. Load your darks, biases and flats into there, load your lights into there. If you've got masters, flats and darks and biases already made, you can tick those boxes there. If it's a colour camera, tick that box there. And also, if you've got a colour camera, you can set out the actual pattern of your colour field. I can't remember the word of it now, but the pattern for your colour camera. So just select it on there, and that will help get a good decent image. That's my settings I tend to use for stacking. Nearest neighbour. And that's my normal settings for stacking for batch processing. And then press you have to select from one of your light files the reference image by double clicking on the light files, and that goes into there. And then create an output folder for your files that have been processed, then press run, and that will process the images. It takes a long while, but I say it's very good results. I would have copied this version, but it's quite advanced, and it took a long while to get the version working. Right, I'll forget that version for now. And what this version does now, auto stacking and auto aligning, it's for basically images without flats, darks and biases, but it does a simple process for you. Click on add. You can select. Come on, what are you up to? You can select all the files, Control A, or just do a box around certain files, or you can also do this as well. Do HA. And just do all the HA first. And then just press OK. Now the idea being, if you've got multiple folders with multiple filters in, you can go to add again and then select more of different files. So now we could do the rest of the files. Open, and then press OK, and it'll start to process. Hope to get started. Just star alignment, cosmic correction, a bit of noise reduction, and then stacks them. These different filters. It can take a long while, so we're going to pause the video for a little bit. Alright, the script's finished. Let's create some files. Going to look at those in detail. Don't need to re-add any more images. Let's have a look what we got. I'll auto stretch it. Looking good. A bit noisy, but not too bad. Let's see what's on the air. It's still there, pretty good. Need to crop quite a bit of edges off these because it looks big gaps. Alright, let's go to the next script. Merge image and noise reduction. So you can merge the images into colour. It automatically selects your images for you by filter name. If you're doing RGB, it'll pick the red, green and blue, or RGB. Or you can actually put a colour image into there, or a loom, or if you stacked with auto deep sky stack it, it'll have to save, or you've got to check for auto saved files as well. So I'll select this from there as well. You need to load the images onto your desktop here for the actual software to see them. Right, this time it's not going to be DSLR image palette, so that's to do with the palettes. It's mixing the palettes. It's going to be unlinked, so it's a narrowband. Works better for that. Local histogram enhances the colour and detail if it's a smooth image. I'll turn that off for now. Get a smoother image. But in some cases it's quite nice to turn it on and see the different effects. Overexposed areas. This is for M42 and M30-31. Where the core of the object is too bright, this controls the problem. Don't need that today, but it's just there for useful. Another tool. This is the cropping around the whole edge. That's going to raise around about 150 today. That might just crop the edges probably, because there's quite a big area there cropped around. You can use dramatic cropping, but I say you just need to do all of them one at a time. Right, okay, this is background glow. I'm going to leave it off today, but like I say, if you've got like a certain glow in the background, you can remove it with these. And this number here is how many times it repeats the glow extraction, how many times it repeats as a function. And you can do it with the red, green and blue, or all the HS and the AO filters. This one is light noise pollution reduction. Light noise reduction, get right in a minute. 0.5 is my normal settings for my camera. If you're using DSLR, you might want to put it to 1.5 to get rid of any background noise, or even higher, maybe 2 or 3, depends on how noisy your image is. The more you stack, the less noise you get, which is better still. On this one I tend to blur the noise of one scale bigger, so it's 1.5 on the actual noise. On the light it's only 2.5 on the colour to get a smoother colour reaction. That's all we do. Press OK and it merges the images from grey images into a colour image and gets a lot of noise and any issues. So just run the script, it just take a long while. I'll get to show the first image and I'll pause the video. And that's the first image coming through. and it'll unstack them, unlayer them into different colours and light frame, and start processing the noise reduction. It'll take a long while, so I'm going to pause the video again. The script has finished again. So what you can see the difference is, it's got rid of a lot of the noise and any background problems. Basically it's a bit smoother basically, but it does it without losing the contrast on the light. Right, let's tidy up. You don't need any of these images now, so I tend to delete those. That's the main one we started from. I'll minimise that and put it in the corner out of the way. I'll grab a copy of this, so if it goes wrong you can also just restart again from scratch on image 45. Right, what we do next is re-smooth out the actual, re-smooth the noise out a bit further using the third script. Masking, noise, colour and star reduction, so it's all done with the masks now, so it's improved the quality. I'll leave it at level 1 for the light noise reduction. I'll leave on smooth colour smoothing, so it does that nice and colourful with the mask, so it protects the light areas and smooths out the colour. Leave star reduction on, and also sharpen at the end. You can rerun these items over and over again by just turning off and on the levels, or turning on and off the actual tick boxes, and you can just run them all again, or run the individual, rerun sharpen or rerun star reduction a few times. So have a play and enjoy. It's producing masks. This one's doing a general noise reduction in general. This one's doing a colour smoothing. It's like noise reduction but keeps the actual light detail. So it takes a bit longer, but not too bad. Next, create a star mask, which she's doing now. It normally slows down towards the end, it projects some more sharper stars. And it reduces the star size just slightly. If you overdo it, it looks a bit strange, so just a slight amount. And that's another mask. And sharpens the detail. Looking better, looking better. Okay, what I can do again is tidy up, and you can delete these images you don't need. There are these small masks that don't need required. Okay, what I'll work on now, done the noise reduction. It's more to do now is picking a palette So it's like a menu that is. Select one of the palettes below. Hobble palette to remove the green, or you can do manual hobble palette A, B and C for different levels of colour control. It's quite a nice effect. Signature loop palette for the two filters. It's already been done ready for you. Or RGB palette for DSLRs and colour cameras. At the moment we're going to go for hobble palette, the green filter, automatic. First thing it does is look at for any pink that's in the first green and gets rid of any pinkness. It shouldn't be there. Most pinkness has gone out of that, which is quite nice. It does a colour change. There you go. You put complete on that one. So it's just done all the colour palette changes for me and got rid of the pink. Should go there for now. I've still got a corner here that's got needs cropping, but we'll not worry about that at the moment. I started recording this in full screen because I couldn't see the actual colour curve icon. Right, same image, let's carry on. AUTOSCRIPT, we're going to use now the dark mask for colour enhancement and dark and light shaded areas. Right, let's put preview on. Saturation, let's see how much we can do with saturation. Quite like that, it's quite a good mix. RGB, I'm going to try and get some more detail at the dark areas. Play with the curve as much as you like. As I say, you can find out how much detail you can get in the image. It's all hiding in there. I'm happy with that. I'll apply that. Close that preview. You see it went a bit strange then, but that's the colour curve applying it twice. Now I do the light areas of the image, the light mask. So it protects the dark areas and just works on the light areas now. So this should stay where it is, and the actual light areas should be enhanced. Saturation is far too strong on that setting. I'll bring it down quite a bit. Bring the red down a bit, give it that pink. Not too bad, not too bad. RGB, I'll actually reset that and just see what it comes out like. So it's all to do with tweaking the curves to get the right colours. They're quite nice shades. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I'll apply that. Reset that again. Close that. Move that light mask over there. What I'll do now is run the enhanced detail. It's the last script. Might do an extra sharpen at the end of it. Takes a little while. It's called local histogram. It looks at the fine detail between the individual pixels and try and enhance them a bit more detail. There you go, just undo and do that again, so to show you what it's going like. Control Z, Control Y to redo it. So you bring that quite a bit of detail, it's quite impressive. I'm just going to crop the edges. Dynamic crop, there it is. And I'll just run enhance sharpness again. I won't denoise it, decolour it either. I might start reduce it and sharpen it a bit as well. Sharpen it 2 or 3 times if you like, depending on how noisy you want the images. If it's smooth image, you can apply it quite a few times. Sharpen the image. Okay, and that's done. Just put that over there out of the way. Let's look at the image. Not too bad at all, not too bad. Thank you very much, and hope you enjoy AutoScript 8. Saves a lot of work. Thank you very much. Bye bye.